Welcome back. We're here live with Ergo2go and Paul Roberts. He's out at the Ergo Expo in Las Vegas right now. Paul will be has a booth there and will be meeting people on the exhibition floor. He's actually there before the expo. It kicks off for everybody tomorrow, but they're putting things in place. He's in the exhibition hall. Paul Roberts is a certified ergonomic assessment specialist. He's also secretary for a local chapter of the American Society of Safety Professionals. Paul also works with the wearable technology integration firm Modjoul. Paul, it's good to have you back. How are you so far? All right?
Doing great. Thank you, man. I'm excited and can't wait for them to finish up with all the expo and we can start meeting some folks.
Yeah. Well, it's so cool how you came to the Back School's Practical Apps course. And then it seems like opportunity opened up for you. I mean, more opportunity, and that's kind of exciting, isn't it?
It is. Being able to take that class and to put hands on to what we're learning is great. The other aspect of it is being able to ask you and Ron questions and getting that answer. And then not only getting that answer, but being able to show us in a real life situation, albeit with mechanical or electrical or welding. We're able to ask a question and you're able to give an answer that we can see the answer being performed. So great class. I enjoyed every minute of it. A whole nother level to the ergonomics training, hands-on.
We love it, and thank you. You've joined a big family. So
Yes.
we've trained tens of thousands over the years, and we're always evolving like you are. And so it's exciting to talk with you about some of the fascinating things you're doing in the tech world. Like you were saying, you've got this compilation of information through your technology and Modjoul, the smart belt, as you described it. You find that ergonomists love that kind of information, right? I mean, that gives them something they can work with right away. Is that safe to say?
It is. The smart belt, we're able to quantify a job, which ergonomists already do.
Right.
But what is feasible if you're doing ergonomic assessments as a consultant? You can't spend 8 hours watching an employee do the job. During that time, are you just getting a snapshot of what their job actually entails? With the belt, we're able to gather that data every single day, and we all know as more data we gather, the more information that we're able to see and find. Are controls being verified? Are they working? So can we verify controls? And then we get into the aspect of being able to see some thresholds and trends that we can try to prevent injuries. That's a little difficult to do at this point.
Understood. Do you find that you personally help new clients through the initial phase of paralysis by analysis, where you just get too much information? Do you help them kind of hone their view in and find the low-hanging fruit?
Yes, for sure. And the ergonomics background helps immensely with being able to do that. So we're setting up weekly data reviews. We're looking at data. If I see, might not necessarily be able to see the job, but from the data I'm looking at, I can say, hey, this looks interesting to me. What are they doing here? And then, either I can come look at it or we get video, but, we start to push them into a direction and lead them into taking data, finding a problem and solving that problem, prioritize, solve it, and then move on to the next one.
That's great application of new technology. We always have to put a human side on it, or else it just kind of sits there. We all look at it and go, wow, that's really cool. What do I do with it? So having that personal touch sounds like it's very important, especially when you're on the leading edge of what you guys are involved with.
It is. Being able to have the knowledge and the skills to provide ergonomic assistance is great.
I appreciate that. So as we start to wind down here on this interview, and thank you so much for taking your time out. I know you're setting up in the big exhibition hall right behind you there, and we appreciate you taking a little time and speaking with us. If there was one story about yourself you'd want to tell the world, what would be one that you think is a good one to share? You mind?
Man, I've got so many growing up in a little small town, South Carolina, on a peach farm. I would say, since we're talking about ergonomics, I grew up on a peach farm. The first thing I learned how to drive was a 3-speed stick shift forklift. 10 years old, I was out picking peaches. And anybody that's ever been to a farm and seen the production side, especially fruit, it is a very demanding job. So picking peaches at 10 years old in the South Carolina heat in June, July was a great experience. And it taught you a lot about yourself. And, what do you want to do with your future?
That is a fantastic advice, and it makes me smile because it seems like this ties into your background in football. I can't tell you how many really good football players came from a farming background. They get that work ethic imbued in them young. They get that heavy lifting that's part of sweating it out in the fields. And do you find that's kind of a common thread?
Yeah, and where I'm from, everybody's pretty much in the country, and that part might be South Carolina. So yeah, it does. It teaches you a lot about work ethic, is what it comes down to. And it was a family-run peach farm, so I didn't have a choice. But it does. It builds character, work ethic, just learning how to be sufficient at doing the job properly.
You were born into it, as they say, huh?
That I was.
Yeah. Thank you for your time. We really appreciate it, and we hope we can get together and talk with you again soon.
Yeah, great. Anytime. I appreciate you having me on, and we're excited to see the Ergo Expo and be here and be part of it. They do a great job putting it on. It's wonderful. We're excited.
Awesome. Well, thanks again, Paul. We've been speaking with Paul Roberts. He's a certified ergonomic analysis specialist. He's also secretary at a local association of safety professionals, and he also works with Modjoul. So we really appreciate him being here. You've been listening and watching Ergo2go podcast. We do appreciate your time. You can always subscribe to this in the area below. And folks, thanks again. Take good care. Bye-bye.